Oh boy, it is getting real for the Cleveland Browns, but it's definitely getting real for their all-pro defensive end, Myles Garrett. He had a career-high day today, and they somehow could not get the win. And this video of what I'm about to show y'all explains the Browns' 2025 season in a major way. Myles Garrett is fed up, tired of this ish. I ain't lying, dog. I ain't lying. This right here is the icing on the cake for me.
Myles Garrett just went full hurricane mode, and Kevin Stefanski's standing there like a man who just realized his star player's about to bench him. Whatever Dillon Gabriel did must have been wild, because this locker room just turned into a reality show. Buckle up, this meltdown's straight out of football hell.
I think everyone was surprised to see him go to the 5th round, but he's come to camp and OTAs with a great attitude. He's a hardworking guy. He has a good head on his shoulders, and he's always positive, always optimistic, always keeps a smile on his face, and you like going to work with people who have that kind of attitude.
They chipped, he got the ball out, as quick as possible, and there weren't a lot of situations in which, even if I was running butt-ass naked, that I could have got there. So I think that was a situation for all of us.
The Cleveland Browns have officially entered their soap opera era. And no, this isn't about another heartbreaking playoff exit. It's about their star defender, Myles Garrett, who just had the kind of performance that would make a superhero jealous. And still ended the game looking like he wanted to suplex his head coach through a clipboard.
Myles Garrett wants Shedeur to play. They can't hide it no more. He gonna come out and say it real soon, bro. He's been there. He's tired of losing. Guys, watch this.
Check this.
Look at Myles Garrett. Career high today. This young man had a career high 5 sacks, single game franchise record. But he doing this on the sideline.
5 sacks, a franchise record, pure domination. Garrett was playing like a man possessed, tearing through offensive linemen like they were cardboard cutouts. The man basically turned into a one-man demolition crew, and yet, despite his record-breaking day, the Browns somehow managed to lose.
Oh, Cleveland Browns fans, let's go ahead and cut right to the chase. Kevin Stefanski is never going to give Shedeur Sanders an opportunity. He's not. And I think I understand the assignment now. You look at this game, and Kevin Stefanski is almost like the captain on the ship of the Titanic. He's going down with the ship. His way, nobody else's way. Myles Garrett just set a franchise record with 5 sacks in a game, and they lost 32-13.
Only in Cleveland can you make history and heartbreak at the same time. But then came the moment. That glorious sideline clip that every Browns fan will have burned into their brain for the next decade.
So YouTube family, Myles Garrett shades Shedeur Sanders and disses Shedeur Sanders and then loses his marbles.
Yeah, I expect to run back to Defensive Player of the Year. So I'm keeping both of those things in mind. I have to be the very best player I can be every single day, whether we're practicing or playing. As soon as I step foot in the building, I want to be the best version of myself and the best leader I can possibly. I think Joe looked like Joe. I'm happy that he went out there and got a win. He played how we know he can.
Garrett furious, pacing like a teacher who's just realized the class didn't do their homework again. He wasn't celebrating, he wasn't smiling. He looked like someone had told him the quarterback accidentally forgot how to count to 4 because, well, maybe he did. Enter Dillon Gabriel, the man who somehow turned learning the rules into an optional part of professional football.
Kevin Stefanski is not what's doing in the best interest of the team. Now, why do I say that? Dillon Gabriel, I got nothing against the young man. I think he's a phenomenal college quarterback who has an opportunity to be a contributor in the NFL. But when your coach comes out and doesn't hold the starting quarterback accountable for not playing well, regardless of whether he is a young quarterback or not, doesn't watch the film and immediately comes out in the press conference and says, I'm going to stick with Dillon Gabriel.
Watching him play was like watching someone trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, with oven mitts on. Myles Garrett looked at that performance and realized he wasn't just on defense anymore. He was on emotional defense too.
The reaction to what happened yesterday when the New England Patriots beat the Cleveland Browns 32-13, and now Myles Garrett has exposed Dillon Gabriel and Kevin Stefanski, and he wants answers. But we're gonna get off into all that next here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm back, and y'all just in time, because we talked before this weekend came up, and we talked about leading up to this New England Patriots game against the Cleveland Browns.
And then came his post-game interview, which sounded less like an athlete's reaction and more like a man questioning his life choices. It had the same energy as an employee evaluation, where you want to scream but settle for, "I think there's room for improvement."
And so he made plays when they needed him to, got the ball out quick, put on the money down the field. It looked great. And it makes me see that, whatever offense that they're committed to running to produce wins, doesn't see that, Joe is going to be the most productive in their offense. So they want to move the pocket a little bit. Maybe his style and what he does doesn't fit us as we want to run it. That's what I see.
Garrett might not have called out Kevin Stefanski directly, but the subtext was thicker than Cleveland fog. You could sense the unspoken tension between a superstar who's doing everything right and a coaching staff that keeps handing him chaos wrapped in optimism.
And we talked about Dillon Gabriel. And we talked about this game will really expose Dillon Gabriel. It not only exposed Dillon Gabriel, it exposed Kevin Stefanski in a wide margin. And it seems like these veterans are on the team are frustrated. And I've told you guys before, everybody that's been listening, I told you that Kevin Stefanski has lost that locker room. These veteran players, they want better. And they know the guy is Shedeur Sanders. And
the Browns' offense, meanwhile, has turned into a recurring sketch comedy show. He's chasing quarterbacks while the team's quarterbacks are busy chasing clarity. And let's not ignore the wildest rumor floating around, that Garrett's been secretly campaigning for Shedeur Sanders to take over in Cleveland.
Myles Garrett completely separated himself from his team yesterday after getting 5 sacks in one game. Myles, I know you're upset, but we have to go through this film because this is textbook rushing the quarterback right here. Look at this Euro step, and then he smacks the ball down. I want y'all to understand, he made the Pro Bowl off of this play alone, okay? Watch how he sticks his foot into the ground right here at the top, boom, and then he does it again, resets to get past the other defender just to get to the quarterback. It doesn't get any better than that. It's not going to stop the fact that they're just a bad team, but we have to appreciate greatness, even if it's...
Honestly, it sounds insane until you watch him this mad. When your best player is setting personal records and still begging for team accountability, that's not drama. It's a cry for help wrapped in professionalism. The Browns keep talking about finding solutions. Garrett's already found one. Stop wasting his peak years on mediocrity.
And if he wants to play Dillon, trot him out there. Keep explaining to us why he's playing, and he's going to show us in real time you don't know what you're talking about. Because you told us in the draft this was your hand-picked quarterback. It is the exact reason Shedeur Sanders doesn't get reps, because he's going to give every opportunity for Dillon Gabriel to throw his way out of purgatory. It's the reason he dropped back 58 times against the Steelers. The jig is up, Kevin. We understand what it is. We get it. And when you don't have...
This man's out here building a Hall of Fame resume while the offense is auditioning for blooper reels. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski's probably somewhere rewatching a film and wondering when it all started slipping away. Spoiler: the moment Garrett stopped pretending everything was fine. Now everyone's watching to see what happens next.
Packaged in garbage. This is his attitude after that performance right here. We have a slammed helmet and just pure anger. But what else are you going to do when your offense cannot move the ball? And Kevin, I know you want us to believe in Dillon Gabriel, but how? How are we going to do that? okay? He is ranked 32nd in QBR and ranked 34th when it comes to PFF grade. What can the Cleveland Browns do to at least save face so that we can enjoy one of the greatest defensive performances we've seen in the last 20 years? I don't know.
So what happens next? Does Stefanski finally wake up? Or does Garrett go full takeover mode and turn the Browns into his personal project? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you're riding with Garrett, and subscribe, because this Cleveland chaos is just getting started.